Miles Meshke in the male fitness model department, also from Kansas City. He's the sales manager for a Fortune 500 company. Also another product of Hitch Fit. How are our lady judges doing down there? Chatty, are you doing okay? Lindsay, are you doing okay? A little bit of eye candy there for you. Number 407, Miles Meshke.
Alright, so Miles Meshke, after 16 weeks, this boy killed it. And he got on stage. So before we talk about that, let's talk about the results that we've encountered here. So in 16 weeks, the guy lost 23 pounds. But at the end of the day, it was more mainly to drop the body fat. So we went from 18.29 down to 6.22. So we lost 12.07.
Yeah.
Yep. So looking great on stage. Let's talk a little bit about that. Like, what brought you in here? You said 16 weeks ago.
So I did a bodybuilding competition last year,
yeah,
and that was a great experience. Got in really great shape, and you know, through the fall and winter of last year, I put on a couple more pounds, and
yeah,
I was really wanting to get back in shape, and was going to do a similar experience. So I started poking around, and you know, emailed Micah a couple times about training for bodybuilding, and then I got turned on to the fitness model WBFF. Competition that was coming up, and that seemed more appealing than the bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So I switched over to that.
Yeah.
Mike recommended training with you, and that's how we got started.
That's right. We got after it for sure. I know at the end of the day it was kind of like bodybuilding, fitness model. What's the difference? What do I want to do? You know, at the end of the day, you know, if we want to be huge, you know, bodybuilding is the way to go. And sometimes we set standards of what we want to look like, athletic build, and it turned out to be a good fit. I thought you did great in the competition. I think at the end of the day we hit our goals.
Yeah, I had a great time.
And that's the other thing too, is having fun, you know, and meeting a lot of people and networking. But let's talk a little bit about like the whole process getting there, right? Let's first dive into the weights, like hitting the weights. How was that? Like, I know you did rugby during this process too, and a lot of other things, and traveling for work and doing presentations actually down in Canada. So the man was busy. He persevered, and he still had time to find out how to get things done. So let's talk a little bit about that. Weights, cardio, doing the traveling, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I knew my way around the gym, and I knew how to do cardio, you know, from training for other sports and doing bodybuilding last year. So that I was pretty comfortable with. Really just having the accountability, you know, training with you a couple times a week really helped with that. You know, when the motivation was low, helped keep the motivation up there. You know, learned a couple things on how to train, you know, different weight training techniques.
Yeah.
But yeah, rugby and traveling for work really were challenges in diet and in the gym. Got hurt in rugby a couple times.
Yes, we did.
How many times did I call you and tell you
my wrist isn't hurting right now?
I can't type on my keyboard. I can't lift a weight.
Dude, stop playing rugby, man. We gotta get serious. But he, you know, he used it for cardio. There was some times where, you know, he was doing more of that rather than like the hitting part. Which at the end of the day, I love that part. But we gotta be calm and not get hurt for a competition. You either don't do it or do minimal as far as the aggressive part. So
yeah, I mean, it was great for cardio. 80 minutes of running nonstop. That is good for cardio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's talk about diet. I know, especially traveling, a lot of people out there experience like the struggles, and they just give in. They're just, you know, I'm just gonna eat whatever at the airport. You know, let's talk a little bit about that. How we managed to do between like the tuna traveling
really,
and all that stuff.
It's all about just being very intentional and building the habit, and just being disciplined to go out there. I mean, it's when you're traveling and trying to eat well, you're gonna spend more on the food, and you really got to seek out the food. Special order everything. You know, go to a restaurant, I don't like what's on the menu, can I just have some vegetables and a steak or a chicken?
No butter. I mean, it's like stuff, you gotta be precise with the waiter. You know, don't feel weird saying stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, that's the little things that'll catch up to you.
Instead of having a piece of cheesecake for dessert, have a salad for dessert.
Yep, that's right. Little things, man, little things.
Quit drinking throughout the whole process, that was a big step.
No alcohol, that was a huge, right?
Yeah.
All that sugar content.
Yeah. After a while, I didn't miss it, but
and I think
it was hard.
Yeah, and I think, you know, once you get to that point too, it's like, you know, I don't want to drink, or I don't want to have that cheap meal, or your body rejects it when you do it again, or whatever the case is. But,
well, you still want it, but it's like, what do you want more?
Exactly. Well, you got to see the big picture and your goals, and you got on stage and you rock it. So let's talk a little bit about the future, man. Like, so what do we plan on doing? Are we going to compete in another show? Did you have fun?
I think I'm definitely hooked. So I had a great experience on the fitness model competition with the WBFF. I saw that there's a competition coming up in Toronto in August.
The Worlds.
It's just around the corner. I love Toronto. It's a great city.
Yeah.
So I may look at competing with that. If not then probably one of the next ones, which is I think later in October.
Yeah.
12 weeks is pretty quick to get ready. I think what I'd like to do before I compete again is pack on another 10 pounds of muscle, really build up my chest, my arms, and work my abs. You know, work on some, just getting a little bit better before I step on stage again. So if not the August show, then one of the later shows.
Exactly, and it's just preparation and just setting those goals, like you said, just getting those, putting chest, abs, arms, whatever the case is, you know, and getting there. So, well, cool, awesome job, brother, killed it. So if you guys want to hear more, check out hitsfitgym.com or reach out to me at jameshand.com. Thank you. Cheers. Here I am with Miles. We can get crazy here. Push up to a knee up. There it is. It's great for the chest, abs, triceps, woo, front delts. There you go, brother. Get it. Power lunge, also known as. Make sure you're pumping your arms. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So jump up as high as you can. Push off that foot.